What's up, LG Gang? Hey, how are y'all doing this afternoon? I'm running about an hour behind because I said that I was gonna record at noon, but y'all know how I am. I had to finish out another video, a hair video. And Daddy was being so patient with me, like he always is.
No, I just go find other things to do.
But you was being
I
patient.
always have stuff to do.
Yeah, you do always have stuff to do. But yes, y'all asked for it, so we giving it to you. I posted a little ask me little meme type thing on my social medias, my Facebook and my Instagram. I forgot about Snapchat, sorry y'all. But I posted on those two and had you guys ask us questions. Random questions, marital questions, what we like, anything. And there's 10 questions, so it's gonna be 10 questions for Mike and I. Alright guys, I got my phone. I screenshotted you guys' questions, so let's get started.
Glare is like bothering me. So
oh, for your glasses?
My glasses up.
Oh, the light?
Yeah.
Alright, and I'm still getting questions in, so we might do a part 2, y'all. Okay? So 10 questions. The first one is from McElacross?
Some melanin across. That's somebody you know.
Yeah. These are all questions from my social media.
I know,
but Cassie. It's Cassie.
Yeah,
that's what
I'm saying.
But I know, but I always look at that and be like, okay, I haven't worked with her in like almost 2 years. Hey, Cassie! All right, so Cassie said, who said I love you first?
Oh, that's easy. That was me.
Yeah, I think we were asked that before.
Honestly, this is exactly how it went down. So on the 22nd was the day we met.
March.
23rd was the day we went out. On the 26th, we were on the phone early in the morning because she was getting ready to go to work, and I don't know what I was doing that day, but we started talking, and I said, "Okay, I hope you don't think this is weird." And I hope it doesn't change how you feel about me, but I've been holding this in and wanting to tell you this for a long time. And I've been actually wanting to tell you this since the first day, that I love you.
Yeah.
And the weird part that caught me off guard, because I don't normally get like this response from people, but it was like, no, it's not weird, because I've been holding back trying not to tell you too. I was like, and at that moment, I was like, well, forget it.
He was like,
I already know I'm finna get married, so I was good.
Yeah, that
and I was on the road 2 days later to go down there too.
Yeah, he was. Yes. If y'all haven't heard our story, have we told our story?
I don't know if we told it.
Not in detail. Yeah, I think we're just asking questions, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if y'all want that, then ask her. And
drop comments down below, and we will. Boy. That might be an hour.
That one's gonna have to come in portions.
LGTV or something.
That one's gonna have to come in portions because
we
have even our beginning was big.
Yes. Okay, so this one is from Miss McConnell. Hey, Margaret! Marge! It says, what's y'all's best relationship advice? I'll let you go first.
You know what the funniest thing is? And for me, the reason I'm saying is because of who asked the question. My best relationship advice I got from your dad.
Aww, that's gonna make me cry.
And it was really to always be honest and trust.
Yeah.
No matter how much you've been hurt before by someone else or any other situations you've been in, you have to trust the person that you're with, that they're for you. And I ain't gonna lie. Me and him had that discussion probably close to 17 years ago.
Wow.
And it took me probably 5 years after that before I really got to the point where I could say I truly trusted without question.
Yeah.
And it was not a knock at her. This was me. Like, somewhere along the lines here, y'all will find out about my past and how I used to be and things like that. But I was a really devious person before I met her. And looking back at it, it's just like, I didn't have to be that way, but That's who I was, and that was all I knew how to deal with. So that caused me to build up mistrust, not so much in other people, but as I got older and learned, it was more mistrust in myself. And so my mistrust in me bled off to others, to me not trusting them.
That makes total sense.
And I've never been able to say that out loud.
Rest in peace, Mr. McConnell. I tell you
Love
that.
you, Rick. Love you to death, Rick.
I tell you, the McConnell family, man, the parents themselves are so very humble. Like, they're so very humble, and they respect everybody, just being human, you know? And they always put themselves out there, and they do not, I mean, and I'm not trying to get emotional through this, but they do not judge. They come in 100% wholeheartedly. They will give the clothes off their back. Their home has always been a safe house. Like, to many people, blacks, whites, Mexicans, Asian, anybody, they will take care of God's people. Just everybody, you know. It's just, it's words can't express how much love we have for that family. They're amazing. All their kids, every time they see us, they're like, hey, you know, they feel full with joy, all that stuff.
Did you answer the question?
Oh yeah. What's our? I just got caught up with that family. They're amazing. Yeah. The question was, what's y'all's best relationship advice? I honestly think that the best relationship advice. It's so cliche to say communication, but I really do think it's communication, because in the beginning I didn't know how to communicate very well, especially with the man, you know, because as y'all know, I didn't have a father figure in the home. I really didn't have a father figure growing up. Nothing like that. So it was hard for me to trust or communicate with a male anyway. So I would say communication. The second one is to let your guard down with the person that you're with, you know, because that can cause a lot of issues, a lot of concerns, and a lot of questions, you know. So second, let your guard down. And third, just trust that they have your best interest at hand. I would say trust, yeah.
Because one of the things that we did learn, and this is learning it from two different households. I grew up with both my mom and my dad the entire time. Like, they got married 6 months after I was born. But the thing that she didn't have that, which we loved differently.
Yes, yeah,
like,
yeah.
My love is more straightforward. Like, here
In
you
your
go.
face.
If you ain't gonna take it, I can't take it back. You just gonna have to keep catching it until you finally decide to say, okay, now let me try this your way a little bit or whatever. But and I hate to say it like this, but this is truly all we know, is because this is how we were brought up. In black households, we're taught to really try to be very cautious with our words, our emotions, our feelings, no matter who it is. You're cautious with your family, you're cautious with friends, you're cautious with your own immediate family.
Yeah.
That has to stop. I'm sorry, but you really want to understand where kids get into adulthood and then find out they have depression?
Yeah.
It's because you've been conditioned one way, and that way is not going to work when you get out on your own. Unfortunately, it's not going to work because the world does not work like that. So therefore, you should start now trying to teach your kids to be more open. Allow them to speak. Allow them to have a voice. They might not always say what you want them to say.
Yeah.
But allowing them to talk teaches them how to start to then verbalize and think about what they're verbalizing before they let it out.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I think that's the proudest thing about our relationship. My daughter understands she has a voice.
Yeah. And we taught her that, well, you started that because I didn't feel like I had one growing up. So I just did what I was told. So when he came into our lives, he was like, well, Trey, you have a voice. Like, talk to me. Like, I want to understand what your thought process is. And then so when I started getting the hang of it, I guess, or getting comfortable doing that, then we both started, well, he started from jump with Kelly, but we both started kind of engaging in that and saying, hey, you have a voice. Hey, you have a voice. And parents out there, when you do teach them that they have a voice and they use it, don't reprimand them. Like, sit down and talk to them, like, and try to understand what's going on, you know, because, hey, at the end of the day, you instilled that in them. So, and another thing, parents, when they, what's the word? When they, not notice, but when they, I guess, notice that they do have a voice or understand that, hey, I can speak out on my feelings and everything, they might teach you something, because Kelly's taught me stuff.
You better be prepared, because they got that voice. Sometimes it hurts.
Yeah.
But it's also an eye-opener for you that you weren't looking at.
Right.
So it helps avoid situations. And I promise you, that's going to start to change more than anything else. That's going to make it completely different. You'll never really understand it until you actually experience it, but hopefully somebody gives it a try. All right, next question.
So next question. She didn't want me to say her name. Don't say, because she was like, no. I was like, okay, but hey, guys, we love you. Hearts. If you could live anywhere in the world, where and why? I'll go first. Just because, live. That means, I'm assuming stay there and live forever, I'm guessing. Hawaii. Because I know, I've been there, so I know how the weather is, or how it can be, rainy, sunny, whatever. And I know how it looks, how it feels, the feeling that I got when I got there. And so Hawaii, and that's why.
Live now, Hawaii would be number one. Just honestly because, the weather's nice, the atmosphere, all that, but the island itself, especially when we were in Maui, the island itself is calming. Like, you could have the most stressful days, but you could sit outside and look at a palm tree and be like, oh, well, it all goes away. Or if you want, you go down to the square and you go look at the big banyan tree. And that tree extends for damn near 5 blocks.
Yeah.
And it just makes you start looking at things a whole lot differently. Now, raising a family, all that would change. If it were up to me, I would have preferred to have lived in Germany. Just simply because I didn't experience any of the racial tension that is in America when I lived there.
In Germany?
Mm-hmm. It was an overall better experience for a child. And I say that because I was the child that grew up there. Mm-hmm. And you got to learn a lot. You got to learn a lot about their culture, but at the same time, it afforded you to learn about any other culture because they were all pretty much right there. And it wasn't far away. So, that's what I would have to say.
Like, being in the military when you lived over there, was your family on base living in a house or off?
We lived on base once we lived on base twice. The first time we were there, I think it was for 6 months we stayed on base. And then the second time we stayed on base for the last year when Nisha was born. Because when Nisha was born, we were actually on our way back. We had to stay for an extra couple months because of Nisha being born.
Which one did you like? I'm sorry, y'all. Did you like staying on base over there, or?
I love staying off base.
Okay.
Because that's what I mean. Like, the people themselves, like, I actually met Germans that, they were friends of mine. Like, I mean, they would come to my house knocking on the door talking about, hey, you coming outside? And at that time, I knew enough German that I could always conversate with them, but at the same time, they knew enough English that they could conversate with me. And we would all, I think they get out before I did, so 9 times out of 10, they'd be waiting on me to get off the bus.
Like, wait, my man.
I only rode the bus once or twice because we ended up moving closer to the base, but generally it was just like the people were so much better. It was just so much better. I don't really know how to put it into words, but it was a lot better. It was a lot more calming.
Cool. Okay, next question. It says, what advice would you give your younger self? I think we asked this at our last Q&A, like early on when I started my channel. Be careful and don't trust. Be careful and watch out for people's motives. That's what I would say to my younger self.
Don't be so cautious. Don't be afraid to just step out. One of the things about being the only child for so long was I don't know, because of where I was originally from and things like that, I was always very cautious. I didn't want to ever have to put my mom or dad into a situation where they would be crying behind me for anything. Whether it be me getting kidnapped or broken leg, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played sports and things like that, but just don't be so cautious. Like, go out and take chances. Like, there are a lot of things I could have done differently. And I think the other thing would be push yourself. Because I'm going to be very honest. And I think I finally told my parents this a couple years ago. I know I told my sister a couple years ago because I wanted her to really understand. But I took the easy route. Like, school was simple as shit for me. I think in my entire 12 years of regular school, I may have had books brought home a total of 6 months. And that's just because I could fly through everything. Even when I was doing the college courses and things, when I was in the 4th grade and all that, like, that stuff was easy. But I would never push myself any further because honestly, I just didn't want to do the work. And it's sad because that work was so easy for me to do.
I hated that.
But, yeah.
He would help me through nursing. Like, he would help me with my math. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. I have to study a week ahead of time every day. Him and Kelly can study that night and ace it. Like, I'm just like, I hated it.
Kelly studied. I didn't study.
No, oh yeah, you looked through, like, you had to know, well, in class, boom, and that's all you had, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. And sometimes you already knew.
Yeah.
Like, what was going on. I was like, oh, gosh, just envy. No, just kidding. Okay, so the next question. Oh, you would like this question.
Lord.
The next question is, if you won the lotto today. If you won the lotto today, what would be your first purchase?
It depends on how much I won, but the very first purchase, damn, that'd be hard.
My first purchase would be a house.
But that's what I want to say. I want to say a house would be my first purchase, but it wouldn't because I'm not gonna leave the lotto. I'm not gonna leave the lotto place and go straight looking for a realtor. I'm leaving the lotto place and I'm going looking for a car. I'm going to look for a motorcycle, and then I'm calling somebody that I can do something for my mom, my dad, my mother-in-law, like all those people that have been there all my life. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for first. But the very first purchase would more than likely be a car because I would literally like leave whatever I got to a lotto place and go straight to a car dealership. Yeah. Like, hey, look, I don't even care about trading that one in. I will go and find the homeless person on the street and get him that car and go on down and go get whatever I really want. So that's me.
Okay, next question. If you could pose as... Hold on. If you could... Right?
If you could possess a superpower like a hero, what would your power be?
I don't know. I don't really want
telekinesis. I would much rather have the telekinesis than anything else. But if not that, then I'd want the powers that Gambit has, which allows him to charge everything with kinetic energy. Because he has a natural athletic ability too.
That's his question. That's a question for him. Okay, I don't know. Like
Supergirl.
Yeah.
Superman,
So
Flash,
I have to think of...
Black Lightning. Thunder.
I don't know their names, but you would know if I described the one, the blue girl that could train.
She wants Mystique's morphing powers.
Yeah. What's the girl's name though? That
Mystique.
Mystique. Yeah, the one that can change into anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who I want to be. She dope as fuck. Or Black Lightning because she black. Yeah, I like that. Like, I'm gonna say these lotto questions and stuff and superpowers. Like,
yeah, I'm the gambler and all that stuff.
Favorite movie of all time? Love Jones.
All time Bad Boy.
Yes, he'll watch that for like all the time. But you know, every time I don't mind watching it. You know, with them. Like I really don't. First, second, I don't mind. Which one you like better, first or second?
The first one was the best one.
Yeah.
Honestly, the first one was the best one. Everyone after that was just trying to keep the story going. 2 was okay, but 3 was a much better story. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. 3.
The last one.
The very first one was when the pool broke into the.
The very first one was when they had the white girl that they were trying to protect from the club. When the black girl got shot in the
Yeah. So the second one was what?
That was the one with Gabrielle Union.
Oh, okay. It was the third one. Damn. Yeah. It was the third one. Yeah. I know it was the third one.
20-some years
but I
for
forgot
that third
about
one
that
to come
first
out.
one.
Believe me,
Yeah,
I was there when the first one came out. Me and my twin, Chris. What up, bro?
Can't wait to meet
just
you.
in case you see this. But we went to go see this in Killeen when it first came out. So believe me, I've been waiting on this one. Because that's my other bad boy. Back then, I was Mike Lowry, he was Marcus. Now I'm Marcus and he Mike Lowry.
Yeah, yes.
But he's still the short one. So just keep that going.
Okay, so we have, I think, I counted 9. Okay, so we have 2 more questions. This is going to be, well, this is easy for me, and I already know what he going to pick. There's a fly in here. I guess because we aired out the house. Yeah. But Fresh Prince or Martin? Martin. I love some Martin, man.
Like, Fresh Prince was good.
I love some Martin.
Like, it taught story, you know, it taught a lot. It was like the Cosby Show. But
yeah,
Martin was just
hilarious.
Martin was,
his walk.
Your worst day could be fixed by watching Martin.
His talk.
I mean, shoot.
His face expressions.
That was just hilarious. Mm-hmm. And then even on those moments, those very rare shows where he was like doing actual messages and things like that to people. Martin just overall was a much.
Martin.
Yeah, that was it.
Martin. I love some Martin.
Do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. All right. Last but not least, it says, "What made y'all fall in love with each other?" And I think, it says, because I screenshot it. It says, "What made y'all fall in love with each other?" And I think she meant and stay together, because I know who this is. She asked me before, and that's basically what the question was. I'm sorry, because I screenshotted it, y'all, and half of it cut off. So, what made y'all fall in love? I think I didn't have to be made to fall in love. Like, nothing made me fall in love. Like, I don't know what it was. I just think that Mike and I was supposed to be together at that exact time in both of our lives, because I felt like I needed something that I was missing and I had no idea what it was. And I feel like he was missing something, but he knew what it was, you know? So it wasn't like he was seeking, but I wouldn't say what made us fall in love. I think that if I had to answer a question kind of related to that, I would kind of change the question to, like, the second part, like, what keeps us, going or whatever. But I wasn't made to fall in love. I think it was just destined to happen, I think. Like, I had a void in my life. In the minute I walked out of that car and I turned and seen him, and I went straight to him, and I sat down, and the minute he spoke, I kind of knew. I was like, I didn't know, but I knew that I was intrigued and I wanted more, So I hope that answers your question. But in the second part, what keeps us, I think Because he's my best friend. Like, when people say that their spouses are their best friends, I 100% believe that. Because, not that I can talk to him any kind of way, like, it's nothing like that. But I can talk to him about anything. Like, sex, politics, being a mother, like how I feel being a mother, work, anything. Like, I can talk to him about anything. And I think that's what keeps us together, because I'm a person that very few selected people can understand my thought process. And he got it day one. So I knew he was something special, or he was something rare, and I wanted more. So I hope that answers your question.
I don't know. I'm with her on this one. I wasn't made to fall in love.
I know.
Like,
that's what you're trying to get.
In all honesty,
sorry.
I tell her all the time, she don't remember and will never believe what I say, but when she touched my hand, I felt something that I had never felt with anyone else.
And he said it was like
ever. Like, it went through my entire body. And the bad part is, it went through my body while I was intoxicated. Which, for me, if you can reach me on the inside when I've been drinking like I was drinking back then, yeah, it was something special about you, for real. But it was that, and then that next day when we spent our time together, if y'all have seen any of our stories before, you know that was the day I ain't never spent that much time with nobody in my life.
No.
But that next day, I realized, like, I got to actually hear her story. I got to hear how she dealt with her daughter, the things that she went through. And just like I told her then. I didn't tell her exactly then, but I told her, like, right around when we got ready to get married, that once you started talking about your daughter, everything was fine with me, because at that point, my mind was made up, because I knew that if we ever did have our own child, there ain't no way in hell I got to worry about my child not being taken care of by the mom. And as long as I have that, that's more than enough. Because one thing that Jam taught me, hey, Mom, is as long as that woman can make sure your kid is good, you're good. So, yeah. Staying in love, I just refuse to give up.
Don't give up, guys.
Like, there's nothing I can't go through. He's been here through some of the hardest moments in my life. From my grandmother passing, me being laid up in the hospital, possibly not making it out. Me getting hit by a car, being told I probably won't be able to walk in a week.
Yeah.
Like, she's been here through the worst, and she's been here through the best parts of my life. And a lot of the best parts of my life are because of her. And as long as I know that, my love will never go anywhere. So that answers that question. Hopefully she got some more questions for y'all. I think that was the last one.
I think that's the last one. But my questions are still, like, my phone was like vibrating. Questions are coming in, so we're gonna do a part 2, y'all. Yes, because I like talking to y'all with Bub and giving you guys, like, our story and advice that we would give, a couple, whether you be married, not, or single, looking or not looking. So, any last words?
Oh, well, I guess along that line, when people say they're looking, it's not your job to look. It's your job to receive. And I say this because I was one of those people. When I say I was a real devious person before, I was a real devious person because I was looking for the right one. The minute I said I'm done looking, it's not up to me what happens. I kid you not, the very next week is when I met her.
Yeah.
And
tell me.
It's not up to you to look. It's up to you to receive and be open to receive. If you are actively trying to tell yourself that you're looking, you're trying to do somebody else's job, and they're going to make it really hard on you.
Yeah.
And you've probably already experienced them making it really hard on you. So, that's my final.
We try to get this fly. Oh my God.
Surprised that I get them all the time.
He always gets them. But guys, thank you so much for participating with us. We are going to do a part 2. Maybe next week or so. So look out for the little post on my social medias. If you are not following me on my social medias or Mike on his social medias, it'll be down in the description box or down here somewhere so you guys can connect with us. And like I always say, guys, sorry. And I'm so sorry. They're, cutting the grass outside if you guys hear that. But like I always say, guys, till next time, peace out.
Just so y'all know, this is not a sponsored video or anything like this, but she really likes my glasses, and I really like my glasses. I've waited a really long time to get some good, drinking glasses. But I got this from Amazon, from Venero. These are actually really nice. And they're not very expensive. It'll come in this box here. But I love the display on the inside. And they are warranted. I've actually had them contact me a couple of times about making sure that everything was okay with the order and everything like that. So I got it from Amazon. I think you can search for it. You can either do Venero drinking glasses or anything like that, but these are the twisted glasses. So just wanted you guys to see that just in case. So yeah, have a good one, and I guess I'll do what she does and peace out.